And honestly, I have a whole nother separate theory about what's actually going on here, like the bigger picture, like taking it one step above even more. And it does have to do with the engineering of a social situation so that they can document it for a reality show or some type of documentary. I have told the documentary people that I don't want anything to do with them. They are not permitted. They do not have my permission or my consent to use any of my content. So there's all that. But
What is up with Hot Snakes Media asking a bunch of YouTubers to participate in a documentary? And where the hell is this documentary? What is it about? Let's get into this shit real quick, okay? This video is just about opinions. My opinions, I promise. So, because it's just about opinions, I'm going to start reading something and then maybe pivot from there to kind of tell you guys where my mind is at. So, I want to read this post from Reddit, and it was a Redditor that wrote Lima Jevremovic of Aura and her involvement in the conservatorship of Bam Margera. I know that Aura is tangentially involved in the Soft White Underbelly series, something I'd never heard of until today, which is why I'm posting here. Looking for more insight into the organization and the people in charge, Lima Jevremovic of Aura petitioned to put Bam Margera in a conservatorship just about 5 months after she announced that he was backing her business. I can't fathom a reason that this person would attempt to deprive a non-relative of their rights that isn't nefarious or motivated by fraud or theft. As we saw with the Britney Spears situation, the conservatorship system is deeply flawed and rife with abuse, especially in the case of famous conservatees. I'm only now learning about this company and what they do, but it seems extremely concerning. As a software engineer, I have a lot of questions about this data driven diagnostics and what value it actually provides. As a person who struggles with mental health, I have even more questions about the branding around the Aura products or product and why they use people's trauma as a selling tool. It feels very exploitative. The death of Amanda is most troubling of all. What are people's thoughts on this Lima woman and her company? That Reddit post is about 2 years ago, and it goes to show just how the public was concerned about Ban Margera, this conservatorship, Lima Jevremovic, the leader of this company, and there being advertisements about her product with Ban Margera. I don't know how people don't see the ethics behind that. And then you also have the death of Amanda Rabb in addition to that. And then Lima's connection to Soft White Underbelly and all of that. And this is just a short little narrative of what the people, what the public were saying out there about this whole situation. But let me pivot to something else. All right, so let me pivot to this part of this video. I got a very interesting email from a rights and clearance supervisor of Hot Snakes Media. Hot Snakes Media is a production company that is based in New York City, from what I've gathered. And here are the two founders of Hot Snakes Media, Shannon Evangelista and Eric Evangelista. And this says Hot Snakes Media is responsible for some of the most watched, innovative content of the past decade, based on both coast and led by husband and wife team Shannon and Eric Evangelista. The company has shattered viewership records on Discovery, TLC, and Discovery Plus. They're responsible for the Critic Choice award-winning hit series Deaf You, now streaming on Netflix. So before these two became founders of this production company, Eric Evangelista had spent 14 years as a broadcast news producer and newspaper journalist. Shannon started her career as a federal criminal defense attorney specializing in organized crime. This is Shannon, okay? Later, Shannon served as a district attorney in Orange County, California, before moving to New York to serve as a prosecutor in Special Narcotics Division of the District Attorney's Office in Manhattan. So she's experienced both as a defense attorney and prosecutor, clearly a lot of years as an attorney who has now decided to focus on, I guess, true crime in the media. So that is what Hot Snakes Media is, for those that are wondering. And they were asking me about licensing. And of course, I'm not going to release, emails and names and whatnot, but I'm going to read you guys what the email said. And of course, bleep out names. The person said, "Hello there, my name is," and I'm a rights and clearance supervisor at a company called Hot Snakes Media. The company is currently working on a docuseries for the Investigation Discovery channel called Curious Cases with Beth Karas. The producers were hoping to possibly use a section of one of your videos entitled Follow Up at Soft White Underbelly, video on Nova and other children on Soft White Underbelly platform. Below is a link for your reference and the below sections they're hoping to use. So they were hoping to use this clip. Not against the channel. I want to be very clear. Do I necessarily like the content? No. Am I subscribed? No, I'm not. I don't like his content. I don't, but I'm not against it. I'm not trying to like take somebody out. I've talked about Mark Laita's channel before because I see him for who he is. I see what he does to use people, and that's what I don't like. And it's not just his channel. There are other channels that are very similar like that, that are about providing content on people that are very vulnerable, that don't always know what they're consenting to, and that's just my opinion. And then he pays them shit. That's what he does. I mean, so back in December of 2023, Mark Laita posted an interview with a 13-year-old runaway. He called it 13-year-old runaway interview Nova. Now, it is not the first time that Mark Laita has interviewed children on his platform. However, this specific child was semi-nude, with a see-through top. What looks to be like a bikini top, a see-through bikini top. And you could see this young girl who happens to be 13 years old. You could see her nipples. You could see everything. It's very much open for everybody to watch. Mark Laita got a lot of backlash about that video, and so he realized that he got a lot of backlash. He decides to take the video down and then re-upload it again, blurring her area, but also telling his followers that they can watch the full uncensored version of the video of Nova in a subscription channel at softwhiteunderbelly.com, where he doesn't have to censor anything. That is the clip that they're wanting to use. They're wanting to use my commentary about that situation, about how I don't agree with, a lot of things that Mark Laita does, and just his overall exploitation of folks. Just my thought. If it's possible to license the above video, I'm wondering what the costs associated with your standard network licensing terms of an all media, excluding theatrical, worldwide, and perpetuity usage would be. Please let me know whenever you have a moment if you have any additional owners, or concerns. Well, I don't. It is not the first time that a major network media production company uses my videos and puts them out there. I think last one we had was Idaho 4, and it was with BBC. We've had stuff like that happen, which is amazing and great, because especially with a smaller channel like myself, that's the kind of exposure that you want, right? But I didn't respond right away. So he sends me this email on May 14th. He sends me a reminder follow-up email on May 23rd about this licensing. I don't respond until June 4th. And part of the reason I didn't respond till June 4th is because I'm trying to put the pieces together of this whole situation. Hot Snakes Media is known for working with the curious case of Natalia Grace. I did a review of Natalia Grace on my channel, right? So I knew that they were known for that. But other than that, what else are they known for? Like, what other documentaries or true crime documentaries do they have out there? Then it occurred to me that there was an article that was released in 2023 about a documentary that they were working to pitch about Bam Margera and Lima Jevremovic and the conservatorship, right? And this is called The Curious Case of Hit True Crime Series. ID's hit docuseries, The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, follows the story of a couple whose adoption goes awry when they come to believe their little girl is actually a psychopathic woman with a hormonal disorder. So Shannon is the executive producer and co-founder of Hot Snakes Media and the creator of the true crime tale, tells how the series came to be. Now, This is an article from June 13th of 2023. So a year, okay? That didn't capture my attention. What captured my attention was the fourth paragraph. Listen to what it reads. Were you surprised by the series' success? We are very grateful for the show's success. We cannot wait to share more of what we can do with the upcoming Natalia Speaks documentary and many more beyond that. We are more excited about pitching our upcoming slate of true crime development, which includes series on the FBI's decades long secret investigation into the Americans' Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. We are also developing a series about the controversial guardian of Band Margera, Lima Jevremovic, and the free band movement, where we will provide exclusive interviews from Bam's family, Lima herself, and Jackass co-stars such as Steve. This little thing on this website is about a year old. I know that BJ from That Surprise Witness, BJ Investigates, was the mover and shaker of the band movement, right? So
But another thing happened yesterday as well. Someone alerted me to the fact that there is a documentary apparently in the works about this case. And I found it very interesting because let me see if I can pull that picture up. So it says we're developing a series about the controversial guardian of Bam Margera, Lima Jevremovic, and the Free Bam movement, where we'll provide exclusive interviews from Bam's family, Lima herself, and Jackass co-stars such as Steve-O. So they're making a documentary about the Free Bam movement. This article was posted last month, and nobody bothered to reach out to the founder and the leader of the Free Bam movement. How'd that work? How does that work? How do you make a documentary about something? You don't bother to reach out to the person. And before y'all say, well, BJ, you didn't bother to reach out to anybody. Yes, I did. I reached out to Adam 22 when he interviewed Lima before I started making videos about him. I reached out to Mark Laita when I first found this stuff out to try and let him know what I had found in those autopsy results. Namely, Lima lied and said that Amanda Rabb's cause of death was marked as a seizure disorder. It was not marked as a seizure disorder. It was marked as cardiac arrhythmia. And in fact, there was no mention of a seizure disorder anywhere on that autopsy report. So Lima gets on a video, autopsy results hyphen Amanda, and says that the cause of death was marked as a seizure disorder on the autopsy results. And that wasn't true. I reached out to Mark Laita and I told him that. He never responded to me. So when I see this over here, we're developing a series, not just one documentary, they're developing a series and they're interviewing only people with one perspective, people who only have one side. I'm telling you, I'm here to tell y'all right now, these people did not reach out to me about this documentary before deciding to develop a series. And then that led me to the obvious conclusion. Think about it. How do you know about Lima? The only way that you could possibly know how she's controversial and she's the controversial guardian of Bam Margera, the only possible way to know that is either Lima approached them herself with perhaps a checkbook and said, I need you to develop a docuseries, or they watched my videos. Now, if they watched my videos, why wouldn't they have ever reached out to me to ask for my opinion? But here they are talking about they already secured interviews with Lima, the family, and Steve-O, who have all come out and defamed me.
I'm trying to figure this out because BJ has been exposing all of this crap, right, with Lima, and she's been putting it in the forefront. She's been getting sued, fighting bitches back by showing them that you're not going to silence me. Like, shout out to her, right? Lima Jevremovic is known for soft white underbelly, right? Like, that's where she got Amanda Rabb. Then you have the Band Margera situation. How does my clip about Nova from the soft white underbelly interview, how does this all play into everything here? Now, BJ did a video, okay? She did a video, 2 days ago or something, where she exposed the coordinated attacks that were happening against her, right? And she exposed a woman by the name of Jamie Gilmore. And she shared that declaration that this woman, signed and lied about, right? BJ said something that I think connects this whole gang stalking, this takedown of BJ at about the 35-minute mark, BJ talks about in this video how Jamie got BJ's number. Why would you be calling BJ, number one? Maybe that's a whole different video. Like the audacity for people to call BJ just because you got somebody's number or somebody gave it to you doesn't mean you get to call them. That's weird and stalkerish. But let's keep playing this.
Familiar to me, having a area code. I did not answer this call from this unfamiliar number, so Gilmore, Gilmour, left a voice message. In the voice message, she astonishingly seems to be asking me for my assistance or advice on whether she should continue cooperating with a documentary film company, media. And then, as you know, Media has been working with Petitioner to develop a documentary series about her guardianship over celebrity Bam Margera since it.
Ooh, so this woman, Jamie Gilmore, calls BJ to ask her if she should be working on a documentary. Now, could that possibly be the same company, Hot Snakes Media? Because, I can read lips and I can see some of BJ, even though she, it's blurred and it's muted and whatnot. But I have to say that I'm pretty sure I heard what I heard her say, or at least I can see her lips. Is it possible it's the same company? So is this company reaching out? She reached out to the woman that made a false declaration against BJ? The same company that reached out to me and I said no, I declined. The same company that back in 2023 reported in the article that they were also developing a series about the most controversial guardian of Bam Margera. That one, Lima Jevremovic. I kind of wonder what kind of relationship does Lima have to Shannon Evangelista, the executive producer of this company? I'm kind of wondering what's up with this, what the relationship is. Is there a connection here? Just wondering. How many other YouTubers did this company reach out to? Makes you wonder. And are they all connected? And who said, yes, I'll do an interview? Because I'm kind of side-eyeing anybody who would have done an interview on this. I don't know. I feel like, especially given like you see the people that are being collected for this interview, it does kind of make you wonder, like, did you do an interview, girl? Or did you do an interview? Because I'm kind of wondering now. Okay.
It's at least June 2023. So in this voicemail, which maybe I could play it, let me see if I still have it. Gilmore, astonishingly, seems to be asking me for my assistance or advice on whether she should continue cooperating with the media documentary. A transcript of this voicemail is shown in the screenshot below. Again, this is just my notes. I didn't file this or anything like that. I was just getting it prepared where it was like if I was going to have to file something in court. This took me 2 days. I mean, this took 2 full work days, just this one. And it, like I said, never saw the light of day. So we're on page 1 of 19. Okay, let me see if I can find that voicemail and I will play it for y'all. March 26th. And I was in India minding my own business. Oh yeah, I still have it. Okay, here we go.
Hi, BJ. This is Jamie. I need to speak with somebody. Media wants to do an interview with me, and
so-and-so media wants to do an interview with me.
Because I wanted to meet Dahlia, they wanted to do a solo interview. So now I don't want to be a part of it at all because I wanted to know if Dahlia was alive. I need to know. I mean, if can call me, maybe, I don't know. That's. I need to. I forgot what I was gonna say. And so, if my suspicions are correct, I'm drunk.
This is the woman that says, I stalked her. Okay.
Yeah, what was this all about? Oh my God. Let me keep playing this.
This whole case.
What she said?
Dahlia is first in my mind. Anyway, if you
Oh, well, let me go back.
Okay, so this media company, which I'm assuming is the same media company that messaged me, reached out to this woman by the name of Jamie Gilmore, who wrote a false declaration against BJ. Based on this recording, it sounds like Jamie Gilmore already did the interview with this media company, right? And so she's calling BJ, who she submitted this false declaration against, for advice about what she should do as far as this interview or production company and pertaining to Dahlia, Lima Jevremovic's sister. I'm so confused by this whole situation, by this whole thing right here. Like, I'm confused. Shouldn't you call the production company about your feelings over this? Just a thought. That's what I would do. Why would I call BJ? BJ's living her whole life in India, doing her thing with, her fiance and whatnot. Shout out to her. Like, why would you, especially if you filed the declaration against this woman and then lied about her? They used your interview for this documentary that we are still trying to figure out. Is it supposed to shed some light to something? Make BJ look bad? Attack BJ? Make Lima look like the good person out of this whole story? What exactly is it supposed to do? Like, I'm so confused. If y'all can clarify, I had to put this cluster together so y'all can see what I'm talking about, because none of this is making sense. Mm-mm. How many other people has this production company interviewed? Now I'm wondering, like, what is this documentary about exactly?
Okay, whatever.
Can have call me or something. If you don't trust me, that's fine. I understand. Thank you if you get this message. Bye.
BJ's over here living her life, going to India, doing things, and being happy. And this woman, I don't know where, calls her to ask her for advice about this. Okay.
This is like 3 months after she filed that declaration.
Like, is she aware that she filed the declaration? I'm just wondering. Like, you have to know. I had to add that clip in there so you guys were aware of, like, this media company, which seems to be the same media company that BJ's referencing here. They're all connected and they're interviewing various YouTubers. And then, like, what are they trying to do here? If this is the same documentary that everybody's referencing, that was referenced in the article, that people are being interviewed for, people have to know that they're using people like Jamie Gilmore and others that have willfully lied on court documents or have bullied or harassed folks and have tried to set up BJ one way or another. I'm just going to put that out there. That's how I feel about that. I feel like this woman lied in court, submitted false statements to the court, and they're using her. Let me know your thoughts about that, because I'm starting to get a feeling that, I don't know. I'm going to tell you guys, I responded to that email to them. I told them, I responded on June 4th and said, hello, I'm not interested in any material to be shown or participating in anything Mark Laita related. Please do not use my material. Thanks. That is what I said to Hot Snakes Media. Because, first of all, I don't know how they're going to use my material, right? Like, so I'm side-eyeing a lot of this thing as it pertains to Hot Snake Media and its connection to Lima because of this conservatorship, thing, and also its connection to Mark Laita because of the clip that they wanted to use. Are they going to be working on some kind of conservatorship thing, documentary? Like, what are they doing? Is the documentary only about Bam Margera? Because it sounds like that's what it might just be about. But if that is the case, then why are they using Jamie Gilmore for this documentary? Like, what does she have to do with anything as it pertains to Bam Margera? I mean, Bam Margera is a celebrity as opposed to Jamie Gilmore, who's not. What role this woman would play in this documentary if it's about Bam Margera? So I wanted to put this out here because I said, I got some questions. I did decline. I told them I don't want them to use my material, but I got some questions. Like, what is this? Is this documentary? And I asked this before. Is this about Mark Laita, Bam Margera, Lima Jevremovic, Amanda Rabb? Dahlia and Dia Tankali, Taquali. What is it? BJ? What is this about? Is this about YouTubers? What is this about? What is this whole thing about? And I'm hearing that, this company has interviewed a bunch of YouTubers to get some kind of something out there. Like, is this supposed to be in defense of Lima? Is it supposed to fix her reputation? Or is this supposed to be in defense of Mark Laita? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. What is this all about? Because they're asking to use material, but they're not telling you. So I said, let me just put this shit out here and just put it out. Short little video, cute and short, to the point, just my thoughts. And if a no liar like Jamie Gilmore interviewed, I wonder who else interviewed. I wonder who else interviewed for this hot snakes media. And I mean, how do you give something like that credibility if they're using somebody like Jamie Gilmore who willfully lied in court? You do have to kind of wonder. And why would you participate in something like this without getting more information? Because I don't feel like I had enough information to participate to just give some, company the okay to just use my stuff. And all they said they wanted to use this and ask for licensing. No. What if this documentary was meant to set up BJ in the long run with this situation? And is it possible that anybody that participated in this documentary was part of that setup?
And honestly, I have a whole nother separate theory about what's actually going on here, like the bigger picture, like taking it one step above even more. And it does have to do with the engineering of a social situation so that they can document it for a reality show or some type of documentary. I have told the documentary people that I don't want anything to do with them. They are not permitted. They do not have my permission or my consent to use any of my content.
No.
So there's all that.
I
But
do
this
kind of wonder, what do you guys think? I mean, I'm in speculation land right now. Again, this video is just a bunch of opinions, a bunch of thoughts, a bunch of speculations, which I'm allowed to have. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. Bye, guys.